Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gallery Notes. My name is Chase McCurdy. I'm the director at 33 Gallery, aka 33G. I'm here in space, as always, with our dear brother, Edison Lockwood II, filmmaker and tribe at 33G. Also in the background doing some work is our co-director, Samantha Batone, who is also the curator of the current exhibition we have going called Sisterhood. Okay, we see you with the camera work, Edison. Today, we're going to have a quick gallery note touching on this idea of how to view or engage with an art exhibition. And we are going to use sisterhood as the context and jumping off point for this discussion. So, a lot of times we deal with folks who may or may not have had deep interactions with what we think to be fine art or the gallery space, which sometimes can be intimidating. A lot of times we're talking to artists in gallery notes, and this one is more for those who, want to be engaged with, enthusiasts, learn more about engaging in art. But a lot of times the gallery, which a lot of us kind of take for granted, can be intimidating or a different kind of world that others aren't used to. So we like to ground, and we do a lot of education, and we do a lot of inviting people into this world and, in a way, demystifying it. So first and foremost, for me, when engaging with an art exhibition, whether it be at a big museum or a local gallery, wherever it may be, I like to go in and allowing for a kind of childlike curiosity, right? What I think of almost as a openness, right? Go in wanting to be excited, wanting to be, kind of moved in some way, catalyzed in some way, right? Go in wanting an experience. Go in with the intention of experiencing something put forth by another, outside of the idea of just wanting to like it or not, right? So first and foremost for me is this idea of allowing for a childlike curiosity. Second is this idea of look, see, feel, read, discuss, question, right? Step outside for a moment of the idea of if something is just visually pleasing, right, or if I understand it right away or not, but take a step back and allow yourself, either with yourself in your own mind, in a notebook with another person, to look, to see, to explore the artwork, right? When you look at the work behind me, what do we got? All You Must Hold On To by our dear sister Erica Vital Lazar. You can just look and maybe you'll see a bag with some branches coming out. But if you really take the time to further investigate, you're going to find a lot of very subtle and personal things within that bag, right? So you really want to allow space for conversation and contemplation. This is why seating is always important, why we have a bench and always make at least one seating area in all of our exhibitions so that people can have a time to and a space to reflect comfortably. You want to explore. Make sure you see everything. Look at each work, right? You don't want to miss something. The work just behind the camera here, Sisterhood by X Darby and her dear sister Jazz, somebody asked, they looked at it, then they looked back, they said, oh, is that two different artists? Yes, it is. They came together to work on something that represents themselves individually, but also together, right? This becomes something powerful, and you really can only begin to appreciate the work of others if you really take the time to explore it. And the last couple things I'm going to talk about they touch on something I mentioned earlier, this idea of reading, but look at what we call didactics of an exhibition, which is just fancy for saying the words that you see around, the kind of information and explanation in certain ways, and what's also considered title cards, right? Sometimes you're going to go into exhibitions where it's framed as a single person's works, right, together in one. Other exhibitions are going to be a collective of artists, like Sisterhood, right? There are a number of different artists in Sisterhood. So after you've taken the time to appreciate a work, especially if it impacts you in some way, you want to know more. You want to look at that title card. You want to read the title that the artist gave. You want to read the artist's name. You want to know more about the medium or the process that they used. And then sometimes there's important contextual information as well. So really, the overall idea in how to engage with an art exhibition is really just to go into it with curiosity and interest, and be willing to give it your time and attention in a time when attention is short. We in the neighborhood, but we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Please, if you haven't, take an opportunity, if you're in Las Vegas, to come view Sisterhood, curated by Samantha Vatone. It'll be on view through July 31st, and we have a number of events leading up. Check out 33gallery.com/programs, and you can see our event calendar, and come rock with us, come view the work. Thank you for your time. This has been Gallery Notes. I'm Chase McCurdy, here with our dear brother Edison Lockwood II, and we'll tap in with you soon. Peace.